Hey guys, and day 2 of AkibaFest is over. And I'm going to give my complete thoughts on it. It's a different kind of convention. At the same time, it's something you're familiar with. And what I mean is, it was an outdoor convention. That's the first thing I'll start with. Didn't use a lot of space in a sense, but it did at the same time use a lot of space. I know that can sound a little bit confusing, and here's what I mean. So I think there were about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe about 15 different booths. Daisuke, Viz, Funimation, Sony actually Entertainment, 11 Arts, Atlas, Exceed, Jungle had a booth there, Crunchyroll had a booth there, and a few others. Oh, Bushy Road. There's a few others too. I can keep going, but anyway, the main focus was everybody had their own space, and it was to the point where you could walk around. I don't know exactly how many attendees were. There were quite a bit in that space. It enveloped that, but at the same time, there was more going on at the DoubleTree, which was about a 4-minute walk, maybe less. It wasn't that far, but the way this event worked is it really brought a lot of people to Little Tokyo. Now, don't get me wrong, Little Tokyo is popular, but it was pretty crazy because you had the regular people who visit Little Tokyo, especially some anime fans, people who visit Jungle. Everybody was there to hang out, shop, and it wasn't expensive. $15 for one day or $25 for two. It's pretty good. But it's going to grow. I can see that because it wasn't crowded. It wasn't insanely crowded. It was busy, especially when you were another booth I have to mention was Bandai Namco. Sorry guys, I love you guys. Though that was full because everybody was playing Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, Sword Online. They were giving away shirts. Speaking of, a lot of those booths were giving away stuff. So, for $15 you were still getting some cool stuff. Atlas was selling games, so they had some harder to find games. So they had what was it? Digital Devil Saga 1, Digital Devil Saga 2, sealed. I know the second print's not the original print because it didn't have the soundtrack. I didn't buy one because I still have my copies. They had all their DS games. Even had what was it? Oh man, I love the game and I can't remember what it was. It was the Persona. I want to hang myself right now, but it was the Persona 3DS game. It was one that had P3, P4. I'm going to remember in a few minutes, and I'm just going to laugh at myself, but okay, I'm going to keep going. They had that available, a limited edition, which are kind of expensive right now. Exceed had a lot of their old catalogs for mostly the PS Vita games, PSP games. I picked up a copy of Wise Memory of Celceta for myself for $40. Those things are kind of expensive, and I missed out. I'm missing, what, E7, and I have the whole limited edition set. Picked up a few pins. I can just keep going. Anyway, another thing that I liked about that event, they had some really good special events. For a first-year con, their guests, their events were fun. You had one panel happening in the main area where everybody was. They had the opening ceremonies. They had a couple of panels, including Funimation had one there. Aniplex had their first panel there. They had more panels happening in the DoubleTree. In a room just for meetings and everything. I had my press meetings over there. They had the autograph area over there, and it was well organized. That's what I actually enjoyed. There were some issues, things can be fixed, but it was fun. Now for their guests, that was pretty cool. They had a couple. Let's see. I'm just going to show off some things I got signed. So the character designer for I'm going to go with Anohana, Toradora. He was there, Tanaka-san. And I brought my copy of Toradora that was released by Nippon Ichi Software America a few years back. Love the series, Taiga's my fan, and he autographed it, which is cool. Would have loved a little Taiga picture in there, but there's a lot of people in line who were hoping for the same thing, so I can't blame it. They did do... I'm going to come to stall. Okay, let me kind of keep going really quick. Also brought my Anohana. Was hoping, maybe a little meme or something. But, let's see. Not only did Tanaka sign it, but the president, also signed it too. Pretty cool. Going back to just a little bit was they did a live drawing, and Tanaka ended up drawing 3 things in Anohana, your name, and your Anthem of the Heart. He drew 3 autograph boards with those, and they raffled them off right after. Took maybe, I'm going to say anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes to do it. Started with a pencil sketch, then inked it, colored it a little bit just for like certain areas, and yeah, I wish I would have won the Anohana. I would have been happy. But the person who won it was extremely excited, so I can't blame it. Yeah, I would have loved to have that thing. Well, maybe in the future. I'm starting to collect autograph boards, and I'm collecting a lot of things. Let's see. It should be coming out, I think, this Tuesday or next week, Erased. If you haven't seen this series when it aired on Crunchyroll, you're missing out. It's a good series. It's only about 12, 13 episodes, if I remember correctly. I did a box opening, so that should be uploading now or shortly. But I got that signed by the character designer as well. What's that? Other things. The other reason I say going to any anime convention that has popular names going, especially big, what's what I want to look for? Game industry, anime industry, they give stuff away. And that makes it worth what you're paying. So for $50, I got my stuff signed. I got some Sword Art Online posters. One's for the upcoming Hollow Realization. The other one's for, which one's this one? This one's another game. I can't tell if, might be Hollow Realization too. So 2 different Hollow Realization posters. That's cool. 11 Arts was there. I got the Digimon Movie 1, Digimon Try Movie 1 poster. I'll show that off some other time. And then Good Smile was there. I didn't buy anything because everything they had I had purchased, previously bought me. But something cool they had was create your own Nendoroid expression. So they gave you blank Nendo heads. So I'll show these off in a bit. And you got to do whatever else you wanted with it. So I thought about it, and I have a little, I'm just going to say, artistic talent. So I gave it a shot. So I'm going to go in order. So my first one, I kind of wanted to add something to my, I don't know what to say. Himoto. Umaru. I'm sure everybody's familiar with that. I love the faces it came with, but I wanted a little teary face. I don't know if you can see that too well. It's not perfect, but it's pretty cool for my first attempt. My second attempt, I went with a little meh face. And then for my third, I don't know, I kind of thought Mega Man-ish for Mega Man Nendo. And they were $1 pop, so for my first try, I'm kind of happy. They're not going to be perfect, but I feel I did a decent job. And you know, this was a really good con. Again, things can be fixed, but overall, this happened. They announced this back in July, so most of July, August, September, 4 months ish, so to speak, before getting this con ready. I give them great props. Excuse me for a second. I'm glad they could have just done everything themselves, their partners. It could have just been Aniplex, Good Smile, anybody who's working on Aniplex licensed property. Like, I can keep going. Like Atlas, they announced. They announced at Aniplex that they're doing the Persona 5 series. Well, actually, I should say the special So that's licensed. So that's part of Persona 5. Xseed was showing off Fate Collider. Of course, that's another title Aniplex holds. But Sentai was there. Daisuke was there. Well, Daisuke and Aniplex worked together, but it was Viz was there, Funimation was there, so it was really a lot for people to hang out and see. What I'd love to see next year is more. Funimation did have a panel. They had a little area for pictures. That was it. Like to see more from them. Daisuke just had to spin the wheel. Well, actually, I take that back. They had a little mini shop there. Viz was just handing out posters and cards. I'd like to see a lot more from them. I want to see it grow into a full-on convention. AkibaFest has great potential. I'd like to see a little more variety in shops too. Jungle is the main shop of Little Tokyo. It has 4 stores, and they offer a lot of great stuff, but they don't offer everything. So I'd like to see some other opportunities in the future. A little more price figures that Jungle doesn't offer. Work with some of their other distributors, work with other partners, just to see a lot of these things we don't normally get to see that they do have in Akiba. When I was in Akiba, a lot of things I saw were lots of figures, shopping, options, and that's what will make AkibaFest grow. Yeah, I could just go to the Aniplex booth, buy some statues, some DVDs, Blu-rays, or I should just say Blu-rays, not really a lot of DVDs now. I can go to Good Smile. They had a good line of Nendos, but of course, because Jungle was over there and they have practically all their Nendos, you could do that. But variety is what I'd like to see. Didn't see a lot of Digimon plushies. Didn't see a lot of all those different things that fans would love to see.